How's it going? This working? All right, it is. How's it going? My name is Philip, and I'm the product marketing director here at MSI Enterprise Platform Solutions. And I got just a quick talk for you guys. And first, I wanted to just introduce us as a server manufacturer. MSI has traditionally been more of a gaming and consumer brand, but we have been making server products since 2001. We've been traditionally in the ODM and custom hardware space, but beginning last year, we made making a lot of investments in the server space for core data center and AI type of applications. As a whole, MSI has been around since 1986. Everyone knows us as the consumer brand, but that's our new focus going forward is on server products. And I wanted to just briefly talk about AI in the data center and where this is all going. I literally have the word AI written on the back of my shirt right now, so I kind of focus on this. AI can be broken into two phase, and you've got the inference phase. Training is when you teach the applications to do something productive. Think about training a child how to walk. That's basically what we're doing with computers. And the training process is absurdly expensive. There's only a handful of companies in the world that can afford to do the training process. So for most people, it's inference where the actual work is getting done. And inference is where once you've trained your application to do something, it runs in a process called inference. It's inferring what it's doing based off the training. And so that's what we've been focused on so far, has been on hardware for the inference side. You train your program or your software to do something on someone else's hardware, and you bring the inference work back to your servers, and then you run it locally. And so I'm just going to take a few moments here to talk about a couple of products, and we'll be on our way. The first one that I want to talk about is a platform we call the G4101. And this is where you run inference applications for productivity, for media and content creation. This platform in particular is what I consider a rack-mounted workstation. And we traditionally did a lot of workstations in the past. You'd have 4 GPUs, and you would have that at your desk side, and you would do that for your productivity workload or whatever. And one of the problems is GPUs aren't 200 watts anymore. You know, we've seen 300, 350, 450 watt GPUs in the past number of years. And you can't even power these at a desk without tripping circuit breakers. So let alone the size of the cards, the noise that you end up with modern GPUs. So this is a segment that we've seen take off and do well for us. You take the GPUs, you put them into a rack mounted chassis, and you put that chassis somewhere else. You put it in your data center, your server closet, wherever that is, and then you run your applications on something somewhere else. But the more important thing is your rack typically has way more power budget than your wall outlet does. So if you try to do 4 GPUs at a desk side, you trip circuit breakers, you lose power, put them on the rack instead. You know, the secret sauce of this thing is that we've got the GPU base on this thing spaced quite a far ways away from each other. Quadruple slot spacing. So this thing will fit the biggest graphics cards you can get your hands on, consumer graphics cards, workstation class graphics cards, and even if you're using something like an RTX 6000 ADA, which is a double slot card, those things have that's a blower card design. When you put them face to face, they don't breathe very well. So these things benefit also from spacing them out a little bit. You give them some space, they cool themselves better, and all the modern graphics cards, they take advantage of opportunistic boosting. So the more airflow you give them, the higher the clocks go. So your workstation grade cards work well as well. CPU side, it's AMD SP5, so Epic, and we've got an internal liquid cooler on this thing, so it's got an internal radiator, internal pump, and we launched with that, and we're also going to be releasing a 100% air-cooled SKU for this thing coming up soon. And so that's coming out later this year. The liquid-cooled version is available now, and I just point out that Chembro has been a fantastic chassis partner for us. So my entire product roadmap has been using Chembro chassis, and they're great to work with. And it's just fantastic working with these guys. They let me do what I want to with my servers because it gives me a good metal option to base all this on. As far as storage, you got 12 drive bays up front, and we also have the option for 2 PCI Express 4.0 by 8 slots for networking. And another thing that's great is in a traditional workstation platform, you have to send your IT people out to do maintenance. And because this is based on kind of server grade hardware, it does have server management. It does have a BMC, so you have IPMI support, Redfish supports, and your IT staff, they can get remote into it and do whatever maintenance they need to. All right, and the next one is something we call the G4201. This is a 4U chassis, another Chembro chassis we base off of, and All MSI servers we design and manufacture in-house, but Chembro is our chassis partner, as I mentioned. This one is dual sockets Intel Xeon, so Sapphire Rapids, Emerald Rapids, and it gives us support for 8 double-I GPU cards. And something that's relatively unique with this platform is most GPU servers have a PCI Express switch, so you're sharing a PCI Express lanes a duty cycle. With a direct connect topology like this, each GPU has a direct link to the CPU. So this is great for inference workloads. Again, you do the training on someone else's hardware, you bring that model back in, and then you run it on your hardware locally. And so large language models, all kinds of stuff in the machine learning domain runs great on this. So yeah, 8 double-wide GPU cards, also a single wide slot in the middle of it for Gen 5x16 for high-speed networking. And the front of the chassis, we got 12 3.5-inch drive bays for local storage. And yeah, it's a great compute platform. So those are the two systems I just wanted to highlight today. Again, everything was talking about the AI buzzwords, so I wanted to get in on that. But as far as our products, we sell these things as bare bones systems, and we target systems integration customers. So we sell this at the bare bones level, so our SIs can do what they do and build servers with our building block products here. We have local support here, obviously in Taiwan, but we've also added support in North America. We've had local application engineering, project management, and an operations support. So MSI is making big strides towards servers, and hope you guys like seeing the two of them we have on display here. We have a booth down across the way, and if anyone's interested, go check out our servers. I got a lot of DCMHS stuff using Chembro chassis out there. So that's all I got.